welcome you back to Black Side Sports, and we're going to talk about Cam Newton complaining about women who can't cook and don't know when to be quiet. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, also comment on this video. Cam Newton made controversial remarks on an episode of $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. I'm going to read you short parts of this article. NFL quarterback shared some opinions about what he believes to be the role of women in a new interview. During Sunday's episode of $1 Million Worth of Game, Newton, who played on the Patriots last week and is currently a free agent, discussed his upbringing in a strong traditional family. I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents have been together for 36 or 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing, Newton said. I grew up in a 3-parent household with my mom, my father, and my grandmother, and I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch, Newton proclaimed. Host Wallow267 asked, what is the difference? A bad bitch is a person who just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing something. I'm doing that. I look at the part, but I don't act the part, Newton clarified. There are a lot of women who are bad bitches, and I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick, he continued. Now, a woman, for me, is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of I'm a boss bitch, I'm this, I'm that, no baby, but you can't cook. You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead, Newton said. These new comments come years after Newton received blowback for his belittling a female sports reporter from the Charlotte Reporter, Jordan Rodriguez. During a press conference back in 2017, Rodriguez asked Newton about another player embracing the physical routes during the game, in which he laughed. It's funny to hear female talk about routes like that. It's funny. Cam Newton grew up in a household with his father, and there were roles in a family that a man led, a man took care of his family, he paid the bills, and the man in the household was respected as the leader of the household. Just like in the Bible, God puts man at the head of the table. But you have women out here nowadays who believe not only should they be at the head of the table, that they shouldn't fix the food at the table, they shouldn't clean the table, they shouldn't wash the dishes, they shouldn't do a damn thing. And I can hear the blue check marks on Twitter. I can hear Jamel Hill. I can hear Kerry Champion. I can hear that fool on ESPN First Take. I can hear all these women saying that these are sexist remarks by Cam Newton. But then Cam Newton said, my parents been together for 36, 37 years, and it worked fine in my family. And women wasn't going around using derogatory terms about themselves, saying, I'm a bad bitch, I'm a boss bitch. Basically what he was saying, that a woman carried herself the way so she could be respected as a woman. See, you can't talk about these things today. You can't talk about that a man should do a man's job and a woman should do a woman's job, because you messing out on the LGBTQI community, or you going against women trying to progress in America. Maybe we should take a step back and listen to what Cam Newton is trying to say. Basically, he's trying to say, it worked in my family, and look at the outcome. Look at my father. Look at my brothers. Look at my sisters. We have all become successful because of what my mother, father, and grandmother did. But that won't be enough. The blue check marks, the progressive liberals, the LGBTQI community will come out against Cam Newton. Now, Cam Newton know after these comments, he won't be getting another job in the NFL, I tell you that right now. But one thing I tell you is that Cam Newton is making a lot of sense. because you know what you learn and you know what's successful and what's not successful. And what's going on out here today in the streets is not successful. You got a lot of women for the streets, but they not for the family. And that's what Cam Newton is talking about. Running their miles when they shouldn't be running it. Stirring up trouble when they shouldn't be. And not listening to a man's lead, especially if he deserves the right to lead a family. I want to thank you for listening to this quick take on Black Site Sports. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Please leave a comment in the comment section and please subscribe to this channel.